Hello and welcome back to another XpertVR Friday recap. This week we're going through CES 2023 and diagnosing ADHD in VR. Let's jump into it on this beautiful January 13th, 2023. So first of all, we have the Vive XR Elite. We talked about this last week, but wanted to dive a little bit deeper and highlight my 5 favorite features for the Vive XR Elite and what I think makes it kind of stand apart from most other headsets. So number one is the ability to hot swap the battery. You can easily take the battery out, put a new one in, and keep playing VR. That is great for any training and learning activities so that you can keep people in VR, keep multiple people going through VR quickly. Number two is the ability to swap out the eye tracking module inside. So you can have no eye tracking. You can put an eye tracking module in there if you want eye tracking. And that allows you the flexibility to save on price if you don't need eye tracking, but then to add it in if you do need it. Similarly, number 3 is face tracking. So on the front, you can attach a device that allows you to track your face, but you don't have to have it. So if you're worried about data tracking with eyes or face or anything else, you don't have to have that tracking in there. But if you need that data, then you can. And both of those can be great for making training more realistic and possibly tracking data on how people can improve in their training. Number 4, the HTC Vive XR Elite does have color pass through. So this is something that's kind of been new in the Quest Pro and the Pico 4. So very exciting to see that coming to the XR Elite because this is kind of where VR is heading, where you can switch between virtual reality and augmented reality. And that's why it's XR Elite or Extended Reality Elite. And then lastly, number 5, I think the most exciting part about this headset, or the most exciting part I'm interested in trying out, is the flexibility of it. So that whole back piece can come off, and then you just have regular glasses like frames and arms on there so that you can wear it just like basically like regular glasses, obviously a little bit bigger, but wear it like regular glasses, or you can have the back on there and have like full mobile VR, standalone VR, or you can plug in a computer and then have full PC VR. So having that flexibility, I think, is very interesting. Moving along, we have Meet Kai, and they launched their new room scanning tech as well as their metaverse builder at CES 2023. And so looking into their website and into the company, very impressive on the scanning. Look at this video here of this room that was scanned with their scanner. Who knows how realistic, how high poly this realistic environment will be. So there may need to be, or there definitely will be a lot of optimization and things like that needed, but really cool to see this technology progressing and hopefully in the future not need to do that sort of optimization. Secondly, they had their metaverse builder tool that they released. You can kind of see here. And I think this is very neat because one company is going to build kind of the ultimate tool that allows people to easily build these virtual worlds. Just like Microsoft released PowerPoint and everyone started using that. Similarly, once there's a tool that anybody can use to build their VR simulations, they will just be buying module packs for the classes that they're teaching and then be able to build their own environments and scenarios and everything that goes with that. So very excited to see another company entering that market. Thirdly, on the CES train, this great article in Forbes from Charlie Fink. If you don't know Charlie Fink, he's been covering XR and the metaverse for a very long time. And this article gives a great breakdown of all of the things related to XR that were released at CES. And I think most exciting, though, is the amount of augmented reality headsets released here. Obviously, the technology is still kind of getting there, but there was a lot of augmented reality headset that Charlie comments on here. And this kind of quote from Rob Terrio, I think, highlights it well for where AR is heading with the education space. So to read it out, once AR glasses are available to consumers on a large scale and become commonplace, combining them with AI will force education to modernize in ways we have yet to conceive. For starters, every student will become a Hermione Granger, and every teacher will have to resist the temptation to become a Dolores Umbridge. I think that's a great analogy using Hermione and Dolores there. Of where students and teachers will or could go, and hoping that by utilizing augmented reality and seeing it where it is today, as well as AI, like you mentioned, hopefully many educators can kind of see where it's going and make those adjustments that Rob is making to ensure that we are heading towards a better future of education where students are prepared to use the tools that are available in the real world. Then lastly, I commented on at the start diagnosing ADHD using VR. And so this study, very interesting, came out where basically there's this apartment environment where they put, or doctors put kids and people that are trying to see if they may have ADHD into this space and tell them to do just every day to day tasks as they go around this apartment. But then distractions come up, like this floating dragon you can see there, and other distractions. And through seeing how the user interacts with these distractions and how they do all of the tasks that they were given and all of the data that's collected as they're doing that, a doctor can then look at that data and look at those results and see if somebody may have ADHD. And I think it's very interesting to look at this and where it may head in the future, because at the moment you have so many people that go on Google or that going through TikTok and they hear that X, Y, and Z symptoms may be due to ADHD, and then they just kind of self diagnose. But I could see where in the future there could be a simulation like this, where at the very minimum, somebody's able to do much better self diagnosis and then go to a doctor afterwards. So, very interesting to see these types of simulations coming out. And with that, we are wrapping up XpertVR's Friday recap for January 13th, 2023. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you soon. Peace out.